So in this week's video, I would like to talk about EFT. Do you know what EFT is? Do you know what it stands for or what tapping is? Have you seen anyone doing something like this and you're wondering what it is or how can I do it or what does it do? Stay tuned and find out. So EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, and it's a form of tapping. It's a form of something similar to acupuncture. Sometimes we're too much in our heads, and it can become a mental agony when we are constantly in our minds and our thoughts, and we sometimes start just ruminating or telling a story over and over again. Or there could be something that is bothering us, but we haven't been able to voice it. So what happens when you don't voice, even if it's negative? Because usually we are rewarded a lot to just be always happy and smiley and giggly. And the truth is that our emotions are like seasons. They're always changing, and they're trying to guide us. They're like our GPS. So if you compress the negative emotions, what happens is that you're not validating them. So that compression can either manifest in your life like sabotage. And if it's trauma or something, that was painful, like emotional trauma, you either recreate it unconsciously. If you suppress it in your body, you might be getting depressed. This compression can be actually hurting your health. It could be hurting your organs inside. And that's why it's healthy to express these emotions in a good way, because we can't be talking about everything that's bothering us, or certain topics we can't talk with certain people, or we don't feel comfortable sharing. So it's not good to compress it all in, because it's gonna do these three things that I talked about. So when you express what's bothering you, you will also be surprised by what comes up, because sometimes something's showing up trying to tell us something, trying to express that it needs to be heard. Sometimes we just need to be heard and validated, even if nobody solves our problem. And that's a way to release it. And it's like the example I gave on one of my webinars is that if someone tells you, for example, don't think of a purple elephant, don't think of a purple elephant, all you end up doing is thinking of purple elephant, purple elephant, purple elephant. But if you just start saying purple elephant, purple elephant, purple elephant, its importance and its magnification diminishes. It starts having any power, starts losing it, right? So that's the goal of EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, or tapping, is to release emotions, release compressed emotions, validate them, and sometimes you'll be surprised of the things that you're thinking they lose. It's the truth that is making you think, it's making you believe that it's true. Because then you vocalize them and you're like, wow, that's too harsh. That sounds like I'm being very harsh. And then you hear what you're telling yourself in your mind, in your head, and then you realize that it's not true. It's too harsh, or it's too generalizing. It could have any of the thought distortions. It could have, and by expressing them, then you can talk yourself through, then you can fact check them, and then you can talk your way through what's real. Because what happens is that when we're under stress, under anxiety, our fear center of our brain, the amygdala, gets triggered. The fear gets magnified. So it causes us to create irrational correlations. So EFT, by tapping, you help your brain calm down. So the fear center, you're in danger, the fight or flight response, you calm it down, And through tapping, it helps you send messages that you're safe, that you're not in danger, and it helps you also heal. It could be used for relationships, for anxiety, for stress, for emotional pain, emotional trauma. So it could be for anything. If you're in traffic and then you start to get sick of it, then you can do some EFT to calm down the stress levels of your body. And also when you're tapping, you know how I said that my mom calls it like the bee mind, you're like zzz, you're always in your head and you're not here. So the mind-body connection gets lost. So that's what EFT does. It connects you back to your body, so you're not just in your mental agony or whatever is triggering you. So you connect back to your body by tapping. I also love EFT because it's a way that you can love yourself through whatever is happening. So instead of being like, oh, why are you thinking that? Stop thinking like that. And you're bullying yourself. You do tapping, which is a process where you validate your emotions, but you're loving yourself through it. You're being gentle with yourself. Sometimes we are our biggest bullies. We talk to ourselves in very horrible ways. And through tapping, you'll be able to love yourself through the process. So I always like to talk about the science behind things, and what happens when you do EFT is that you restore your healthy chemistry in your brain, like I explained with the amygdala, because when the fear center starts to get calmed down again, the prefrontal vortex, the center of reason, starts getting more activity, and you're decreasing the physical response. You know, when something's coming up and it's like it takes on you, so when you're tapping, you're decreasing that physical reaction, that physical response. I will post a graphic showing you all the tapping points. Let's do a tapping exercise together. Even though I don't know what's going on, even though I don't know what's happening, even though I feel disconnected from my own body, even though I feel disconnected from my body, even though this feels very uncomfortable. What is this EFT thing anyway? What is she talking about? I wonder if it really works. I'm used to looking outside of myself for answers. Maybe I hold the answers within me. What if I know what's best for me? I feel like I'm back in my body again. This feels strange and unfamiliar. I don't want to do this. What is this? But what if it works? What if this really could help me heal and change my life? I know I compress a lot of thoughts. I know I compress a lot of emotions. It feels good to say them out loud. Who cares? What if I'm willing to hear what I have to say? What if I'm willing to listen? What if I let go of fear? Take a deep breath. I allow the new. Nothing else has worked before. Why not try everything? I can love myself through the process. I can express what's bothering me. I will curse if I want to. I will let it out. I completely love myself through the process of transformation. I completely love myself just as I am. I'm feeling better already. I don't know how this works, but it's working. What if it doesn't work? Even though I'm not sure if this is working, I completely love and accept myself just as I am. I completely love and accept myself through this process. So that was tapping, EFT. I hope it helps you, and remember, you can tap for anything, whatever is coming up. Voice it, express it. Would you like to find out what's sabotaging your life? Take the quiz. Click there and answer a couple questions, and you will get your free guide. It's a customized guide. You will get your customized result to match your answers. You can also text at 44222 and get my top 7 favorite transformational books that I highly recommend. I will also be putting a link for the guide if you're interested below. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and write in the comments if there's a specific topic you would like me to make a video about, if there's something in personal development, or if you're curious about how to build your emotional intelligence, post it below.